So I'd like to talk about my old friend Courage. Damn, she just won't go away. I just went and had a meeting with someone in a coffee shop and someone who's involved in small business and supporting businesses, and so is very much involved, like I am, like many of us as business owners are, in the world of how do we pitch ourselves, how do we communicate, how do we focus, all of that good stuff. So it was a really interesting conversation. And one of the things I said is, hey, let's do it, just pitch here, in this coffee shop. And there were about, I should think about 40 people in the coffee shop, but it kind of had little alleyways and nooks and crannies. But there were about 15 people who were very clearly within earshot. And she kind of had a look of absolute horror on her face and said, no, I couldn't possibly. And then we just had a conversation about why not, and how, yes, some preparation helps, but we know what to say. And then, I think in our higher selves, in our hearts, in our guts, in our wisdom, we know what we need to say. Hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. Here's my website. Go check it out, right? And it came off the back of this person saying that marketing is an expensive exercise. I don't think it is. I think it becomes an expensive exercise when we take so many of the easy, more comfortable routes. So it was interesting for me to notice. I then said to her, okay, fine, well, we'll do it before we leave. And then we got into a conversation, and I noticed for myself just how much I was being reasonable, and I was procrastinating. And then sure enough, at the end, I just came up with a real neat little thing like, oh, well, we'll let you get away with it this time, but we'll do it next time. And why don't you prepare your script and I'll prepare my script? But actually, I knew it was a cop-out for me. And I wouldn't put any money on the fact that if we'd done it, something remarkable would have happened. And one of the things that I've noticed in this time of COVID, I haven't done any of my public talks for months, really since February. And I've had a great reason, and the great reason is, of course, COVID. And COVID. What does that even mean? It means, I think it means that people don't want to be infected, right? So here are people in a coffee shop without masks on, talking face to face. It's just a convenient reason that I don't make a speech. It's going to be far less detrimental than a face-to-face conversation. So it's just interesting for me to notice those reasons that I had. And so I encourage you, and I encourage myself, to go back and try again and to express ourselves and be ourselves. And we know what to do. If we listen to our hearts and we listen to our wisdom, we know what there is to say, we know what there is to do. And yes, it's going to be scary every time. There's going to be a litany of excuses and reasons and justifications. And then go ahead and do it anyway. Enjoy your time.